oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
As we welcome you here to University of Massachusetts in the 2023 NCLL Game of the Week between the University of Massachusetts Minutemen and the Providence College Friars, a top 15 matchup. UMass number 7, Providence Friars in the 11 spot. UMass in the crimson jerseys, Providence in the white, 15-minute running clock. And we'll play 15 minutes. UMass playing a doubleheader today. They'll play against University of Vermont later today at 3 o'clock. And we're underway in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's right in the coming time, right? Yeah.
So, I think this is where he's choosing. Every time he says, no, probably. He's gotta get rid of the problem.
Yeah, exactly. easy decision.
Well, I want to do the right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Let's go. Go, break it. That's it. Right.
Patrick in each Oh, then it was Patrick there. That's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
UMass Minutemen get the first goal on the board as they lead here 1-0 early in this first quarter of play. Providence on their first true offensive possession of the game. It's the 6th of Owen Shelley. Comes back up top. For a moment, and a shot and a score inside. And Providence College levels this game at 1. May have been the 10 if Jake Sherman got a touch on it right at the end of the play. So Jake Sherman and the Providence College Friars pulling this game level at 1. 10.5 left to go here in the first, running clock. It's the 16 of Owen Bay. Loose ball. Chris Northup. Northup for the Minutemen as he drops that one off for the 50 of Rowan Bay. Max DeMella. Happy birthday, Max. As the 8 at X. Fay. They come back all the way up top, the 22 of Brian Abley. Loose ball, good check there for Providence College. And this one will trickle all the way down. Drew Daly. Picked up by Jeff Yell. Yell will go back for Daly again, and Daly, the long stick. D will set that one. Opposite side, Colin Carney. Carney will bring this one across midfield. Loose ball picked up by Providence. Good track from Villeneuve. Yell for the 19 of Cadiero. Eight and change left to go here in this first 1-1. UMass scored first, PC answered. As Yell cycles that one around. If you feel like the camera is on the field and you're standing on the sidelines, you're right. Recreation turf fields here at UMass, no infrastructure around the field. So last year we broadcasted the regional playoffs from this site. We were on the sideline, same thing tonight. Or we should say this afternoon, I guess you could call it. And that one will be out of play, entered back in by UMass. Minutemen continue to control this. Back up top again for Yell. Abley. Loose ball. Retained by Cadiero. Shot that goes deflecting off of the goaltender, Matt Farley, for Providence College. Out of play, chased by Fay. With 7 left to go here in the first. Solid first quarter from the midfields and defensively for both sides as Coffey catches this one. LSM for PC. Cycles it back to Wagner. Hagen Wagner. As Noah Rosa sets this one up top. Carried inside, shot, score! As Providence College puts themselves +1. Andrew with the goal. This is the matchup of the two games today that really has a lot of implication to it. Providence coming in on the 11 spot in the D1 rankings. UMass coming in on the 7 spot. And with regionals looming and nationals, of course, on the surface after that, this is a conversation game today. Jake Sherman for the Friars as he gets that one back for the 20 of Dan Leader. The wind has started to push in a little bit. It's been cloud cover all day long. Little spritz of rain on the drive up here to Amherst, but nothing significant. Hopefully it'll hold out until we can get through the day. Oh, and Shelley. Shelley, wrapper on Shelley, sandwiched. And it was the 3 of Shane Fries that put the second hit Chris Northrup in there defensively as well for the Minutemen. 4 left to go here in the first half. Sorry, in the first quarter. Would like to see this be a half. What an exciting half that would be. As Leader sends one, and that one is saved. Benas in goal for the Minutemen. Trying to go transition quickly the other way, looking for DeMella. Dropped off the edge of his stick. .44 is John Carroll as he works this one through defensively. Carroll's short stick can go length of the field. Carroll's shot, that one just wide. Two and a half. If you hear a lot of engine revs and car pops, and a whistle and a stoppage of play, and they're going to say that's it. So they may actually be playing 12-minute quarters. We'll get a check on that one because they've called the end of the first quarter. Providence College 2, UMass 1 after 1. You're watching NCLL Game of the Week on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Try a kick, goes in!
Back here as we get set for action in this second period of play. And Providence College, a 2-1 lead over the UMass Minutemen as of right now. Friars picked up the second and third goals of the game after UMass scored to open. Hagen Wagner. Owen Shelley as he works that one across. Back for Wagner once again as they go corner. Had Jake Sherman down underneath, couldn't get to him. Good defense from the Minutemen to start out here in this second. Shot, score! From the 19 of Quentin Zadrowski as he dunked that one over top. And 3-1 for the Friars. Looking to pull the rankings upset. Nationals on the horizon at Penn State University. Got to get through regionals first. That'll be coming up in the next week. Still about one more round of games to go for these sides. UMass has a game coming up against a team that we just saw recently in the Brown Bears. Ten left to go here in the second. And the Friars win the face-off. Will Drew, the Fogo for the Friars, has been doing yeoman's work in the circle. Sets the Friars offense up again. Long distance, and that one goes over top of the fence line. Out of play. And Vanas will start this one for the Minutemen. For Aiden Smith. Back for Vanas as he switches opposite sides for Carney. Carney will bring that one all the way up midfield for EJ Vasilidis. Anders Brandt is the 17. As they work that one for Henry Eustace. Eustace tried to spin, and that one goes wide. Chased to that back line by Mikey Burke. Burke will get it started. The Vermont team is in the house as they watch from the corner of the field. And a number of Vermont fans have started to trickle in as well. Mikey Burke. Burke trying to get a wrap around Burke, nowhere to go. Back for Brandt. Eustace. Eustace, long distance shot. Heavy pressure from the Friars. Carriero. Wraps around. Got that one off the edge of the post. May have actually hit the top of Farley's helmet. Carroll. John Carroll threw 3 jerseys at midfield. Flag flies for the first time today. As it's going to drop off the edge of Zadrowski's stick, we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage of play and a push. 30-second technical. I think it is the 24 of Vasilidis who got called for the penalty. It is the 24 of Vasilidis, and it is a 30-second push technical, so it's going to put Providence on a quick man advantage. Trying to go for a little wraparound with Sherman. That one long into the Providence bench will be a UMass ball as Colin Carney will start it out. Scooped up. Gregory. And that one is long. Aiden Smith missed the play there as he was trying to connect with Brian Abley, and instead it's the opposite 22 of Teddy Lucier. Lucier lost a handle as he tried to transition that one. UMass headed the other way. Brandt. Shot, score! And UMass scores for the first time since the opening of the game as Brian Abley puts that one in. They pull back. It's 3-2. 5 left to go here in this half. Coming up later today, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, UMass Minutemen taking on the University of Vermont, the Dirty Cats. We'll have that game right for you right here as part of this NCLL Game of the Week doubleheader. It's been a triple header weekend for all of us here at Fans Only Sports Network. Brown and Bryant Friday night in Smithfield, and the Brown Bears came away with that Ocean State battle and held on to that number 4 ranking that they have. And pulling away was Chris Nicholas. Shelley trying to go back for Nicholas. And it pops free, Matteo Piacenti. And a ball out of the boundary line, but we've also got a flag on the play. And they are going to call the 10 of Jeff Yell for holding in 30 seconds. So Providence back on the advantage once again. Later. That one scoots underneath and will be chased into the back corner by Aiden Smith. But Oss will start this one for the Minutemen for Kearney. And a shot and a score from Henry Eustace. This game's level. All tied at 3. And a huge face-off coming up here between the 19 of Cadiero and the 21 of Ben Colucci. Kicks back. Cadiero will pick it up. Hit. And they're going to call the push on Colucci. Vassilitis will start this one for the Minutemen inside of the final 2 of the half. Brandt. Vassilitis. Litzster for the first time today. And he gets pushed down from behind. Loose ball. No call from the officials. Nick Biscardi defensively for the Friars. Eustace has Brandt to work with. Brandt switches across. Brandt calls the pick. Eustace fires, bounces, and that one goes past the edge of the net area occupied by Matt Farley. It's about a minute left to play here in the half. Official time is being kept by the referees on the field. Our game clock is approximate as that's a long distance attempt from Litzster. Goes long. Be picked up by Mikey Burke, and he'll have probably the last play here of the half. Shot score from the three of Shane Fries. And Minutemen jump back to the lead at 4-3. That's a way to exclamation point the half. Timeout called by Providence College. 4-3, one face-off left to go before the half. We'll take the quick commercial break. You're watching the NCLL Game of the Week on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
Back here on Fans Only Sports Network on the NCLL Game of the Week. UMass 4, Providence College 3. Minutemen scored the first goal of the game. Providence jumped out on 3 unanswered. It's been UMass since. To flip the script in 4-3 as we're just seconds before the end of the half. Providence called timeout after the goal scored by Shane Fries. And Will Drew in the faceoff circle, as Drew is going to win this one for a moment. Still loose ball raked by Drew. And getting pushed was the 6 of Owen Shelley, and Friars are going to have to work quickly here. Shot from Sherman, and that's the half. Right at the half, Jake Sherman takes the opportunity. Friars can't convert it, and they'll go to the break. UMass 4, Providence 3. You're watching the NCLL Game of the Week on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right. Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right. Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right. Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
As we welcome you back and get set for the third quarter of action. UMass 4, Providence College 3. And a back forth game as that one gets picked up by Teddy Luce here. And we'll flick it off just before he gets shoved out of bounds. Matt Farley. Or check that they've switched to Mason Fitzgerald in net now. Downs. As that one scoots past 23 of George Howes, and he's across the line. No, they're going to call push. So Howes gets saved by the push call, and old Stubby Fryer's ball. Downs. They wrap that back up top for Sherman. Jake Sherman with the little hitch step. Sherman long distance shot. And that goes wide. Chased by Downs to the back line. Downs. Tried to go for the dunk, hit the post. And you'll see the 10 of Jake Sherman running right towards our camera position. So he scoops that ball up and we get started once again. Friars. They're gonna work through, and that one goes long. Right along the back side of the circle. Good defense there from the 6 of Chris Northrup. Flag flies. Friars are going to get a man advantage here in a second as Howes chases that one to the line. And the whistle for the flag will be I believe on the 6 of Chris Northrup. And it is Northrup for cross-checking. Leader. Downs. Back for Leader. Long distance ripping rope from the 20 of Dan Leader. And it ties the game at 4. That was an absolute laser beam. Power play goal for the Friars. Carriera to the circle for the Minutemen. The 3 of Will Drew for the Friars. Carriera comes to the better of that one. Drew with a check over top, and it gets picked up for a moment by Owen Fahey. Fahey right into our camera position. Fleming for the Friars. We'll set that one for Owen Shelley at X. Shelley and Northrup as the 2 6s do battle with each other and come back up top for George Howes. Howes thought about one, loose ball, kicked away, picked up by Daly. Daly for P.S. Banjari. And that one goes long. Patrick Hayes. Tyler Small. Bandre. Abley. Inside, and a good attempt there from Small, defended by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, another kick save as Bonway tries to go for one. 6 and change left to go here. The clouds have certainly settled in. They do have lights on this complex. Not entirely sure if we'll see them come on, though it has made it a little bit dark. Not anything that can't be seen in person. Fitzgerald makes the save on the long distance shot from Abley. It's the 9 of Brennan O'Brien. O'Brien will bring this one all the way down, and it's off the edge of downs. Carney will start this one out for UMass. Long stick defense to the 21 in the LSM of Daly. Carriero. DeMella. Wraparound play for Eustace. Held by Tyler Small up top as he comes across. Eustace tried to go stutter step inside, and the PC defense blocked him out. Patrick Hayes. Back once again with the 23 of Eustace. And that ball popped free. Hayes picks up the loose ball. Will settle it with Tyler Small. DeMella. Mentioned it back at the beginning of the game on his first touch of the game. Happy birthday, Max DeMella. As Mason Fitzgerald picks that up. Shot saved by Fitzgerald on the attempt from Eustace. And quickly headed the other way was John Carroll for the Friars. Four left to go here in this third. UMass took the lead 4-3 right before the half. Friars have tied it to put us 4-4. Noah Rosa. Rosa was looking maybe to put one on the deck. Hagen Wagner. How's that one? They tried to go inside for Zadrowski and popped back Nicholas. Nicholas with a little stutter step. Nicholas shot, score. Chris Nicholas and 5-4 for the Friars. Three left to play here in this third. Still the fourth quarter to come. But this is going to be a dogfight to the finish between two top 15 sides. False start, and Friars are going to get the ball. Well, Drew. Condon has one of the 5 Friar goals on the day. Owen Shelley from Max got the pick there from Downs. Came back up over top. Will be recollected by Downs. Dan Leader, who had the absolute missile of a goal here in the second half that started what has now been a 2 unanswered goal run for the Friars. Leader, loose ball, plenty of space in front of him to be able to pick that one up. 24 of Vasilitis stuck in the retention line in the box. Goes up over top, where it's intercepted by Northrop. Long throw midfield for Vasilitis. Vasilitis off to the races, tries to get that one right in front. Shot, score from the 8 of Max DeMella. 5-all. And UMass gets their first goal of the second half. Takes until the waning moments of this third. So here we go once again. Back at center, Will Drew. Matt Cardiero. And Drew will come to the better of that fight. Teddy Lucier. For Jake Sherman. Tic-tac-toe. As that one was fired by Downs and a great save made by Jonas. Another save made. Daly. Eustace. shot long and out of play, and that's the end of the quarter as well. Friars 5, UMass Minutemen 5. To the fourth quarter we go. A battle between the number 11 Friars and the number 7 UMass Minutemen on the NCLL Game of the Week.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
Well, we said this was going to be the game to put your eyes on, and it certainly lived up to that one. Number 11 Providence College Friars, number 7 UMass Minutemen, 5-5 as we go into the fourth quarter of action. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon here on Fans Only Sports Network.
Lost power.
Our power cut out for a second. Our apologies on that one as we lost our power connection for a second. And there's a shot and a score by the Minutemen to put this one 6-5, and it's the 15 of Mikey Burke, along with the 3 of Shane Fries, and Fries his second of the game. Drew. They'll start. DeMella picks this one up for the Minutemen. Brandt. Vasilidis. Long distance. That one deflected off on its way. We've gotten through Fitzgerald in net. Looked like he got a piece of that off the top of his stick head. Back for DeMello once again. Loose ball right in front as Rowan Fahey tried to pick that one up. Friars defense comes up with it instead. Stepped on the line. Piacenti starts this one for the Friars. Sorry, excuse me, for the Minutemen as they work that one around for Kearney. Checked inside, Brian Abley. Abley wide. Stutter steps from Burke. Jeff Yell. DeMella. DeMella. Still with it. DeMella long. Good defense there from John Carroll for the Friars. Burke will pick this one up on the back line. Fay dropped to the ground. No call for the referees. And the Friars off to the races. Gregory shot, save made. Push is going to be called on Schrank as Brandt had it. And they want the ball back at the spot where it happened. So here goes Jeff Yell. It's out of the final 8. UMass holding a 6-5 lead. As that one is long. Brandt. Whitster. Whitster shot long. Past Fitzgerald. Whistled advantage to UMass. Mikey Burke will pick that up. Burke tried to go inside. Burke's going to wrap around the circle. Dumps it on the deck. Fitzgerald makes the save. 7 left to go here in regulation. Fitzgerald for Viscardi. For Schrank. Schrank lost the ball. Picked that one back up right before Brandt comes across him. Schrank tried to send that one long distance. He was looking for Wagner. Viscardi. Timeout called by Providence College. 6 and change left to go here in regulation. Minutemen lead by 1. You're watching the NCLL Game of the Week on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game on mouthguards. Game on mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
6.5 left to go here in regulation. UMass Minutemen leading 6-5 over the Providence College Friars in a battle of 2 top 15 sides. With the Nationals in conversation for both of these teams, regional tournaments looming as well. And the Minutemen would like to be in the conversation of that again. So too with the Providence College Friars. Minutemen hosted a regionals last year. And we're back underway. Now Arosa for the Friars. For the 10 of Jake Sherman. Sherman for Wagner. Cycle it down at X for Rosa. Rosa tries to stutter step around. It's 24 against 24 as Rosa goes against Vassilitis. Back up top. Switch play. Jake Sherman. Sherman with a little stutter step. Sherman long distance in that one. Off the edge of the goaltender's stick. And good save from Anas. Rosa.
Make him 11.
Rosa trying to get inside. Well, picked there from Colin Carney. Back from Jake Sherman. Friars are going to fight this one to the finish line. When Shelley, that one inside and off the side of the net and off the side of the goaltender, so it's going to be Friars' ball. Hidden Wagner. Shelley, Sherman, Rosa. They'll just cycle it all the way around. Right before the line, it's picked up. Back for Rosa up top. Wagner again. Cutter across was Shelley, and Wagner takes the shot. Save made. Long throw. Will take a single bounce and be picked up by Fay. UMass will settle this one ably. Eustace. Time is the favor of the Minutemen right now. 3 and change left to go. And a 1-goal lead. Mikey Burke. Abley. Eustace. Eustace bumped by 3 white jerseys. Still holds on to that one for Brent. An insurance goal here would be hugely beneficial for the Minutemen. Abley and Long. Friars ball, and they've got to work quickly here. 3 left to go. Wagner. Leader. Clock continues to tick. Friars get their offense fully set now. Shelley from X. Looking for the wraparound, nowhere for him to go. Pulls that one back up top for Chris Nicholas. Nicholas has a goal in this game. For Dan Leader. There is no stadium clock, so awareness has to be huge. Shot score from the 10 of Jake Sherman! Friars convert, and we're honors even at 6 as we hit the 2-minute mark. .145 is the time left on the clock. Will Drew. As they still fight for this one, it's going to come right towards us. And they're going to say Massachusetts ball. Mikey Burke. Just noticed the goaltender is wearing the same number. So we have another player on the roster. So there's showing 212, so we're going to assume. We'll check that one before the Vermont game. It might be that the goalie wearing number 12 is actually Andrew Fucci. And Vanass is actually wearing the 12 jersey. As a hard shot goes from Mikey Burke. 41 seconds left. This is going to be a last chance opportunity for UMass. Brian Abley. Brandt. Letster. UMass 7-6. "15 seconds for Will Drew and the Friars to try to make a magical answer, or the number 7 UMass Minutemen are going to come away with the victory in this top 15 battle." Will Drew. Toe-to-toe against the 21 of Drew Daly. Flicked back for the 22 of Lucier. Friars have to work fast. They're going to call timeout. "7 seconds. One play for the Friars. Ollie Letster with the goal with about 44 seconds. The Friars had a turnover in the UMass zone. It set up the Minutemen. They get it around, and Litster, 16 seconds left, put it in the net. Will Drew and Teddy Lucier on the face-off got the win. Friars were able to get it into the retention box. Call the timeout. And the Friars will have one chance on net to be able to try to put this one in and tie it, or the number 7 UMass Minutemen will pick up the victory. Official time is from the field, where we're going to estimate this is about 7 seconds. Friars are going to run out of time. Shot from underneath, no! There might be a second or two left on the clock. One more attempt, that one hit the crossbar. Out of play. Does Leader have a chance? Leader, wraparound, that's on the deck. That's it! Whistle sounds of the Minutemen have won. A 7-6 thriller over the Providence College Friars. Could these two teams see each other in the playoffs? That question will still have to be answered through game one of this doubleheader. UMass picks up the victory. We're going to take a quick commercial break. As the two teams go across center field. And we'll shake hands. UMass picks up the win. You're watching the NCLL Game of the Week on Fans Only Sports Network. We'll be back.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose! He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose! He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose! He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose! He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
As we welcome you back here on the Pennzoil Sports Network NCLL Game of the Week, game number 2 as the Vermont Catamounts take on the Providence College Friars. Friars unfortunately just dropped a game 7-6 on a goal scored with 16 seconds left in the game to the host UMass Minutemen as we are underway here in this first quarter of action. We are waiting on a Vermont roster. Hopefully it will get to us here within the first quarter of play. For Providence College, they go with the 8 of Fred Minone in goal. Catamounts on offense. Cycle inside, shot, score. And Vermont on the board just 50 seconds into this burst. Face off. With an eye to Brendan O'Brien. As the Friars battle for this one here at midfield. Settled by Zadrowski up top with the 17 of Kelleher. You'll hear a number of different Friars names probably in this second game as some players who were in reserve during the first game will get considerable time in this second game. Catamounts on defense were able to stop the Friars as they got the creasing violation called. Loose ball picked up. For the 55 as he cycles that one down underneath. Catamounts look to move this at X. Wrap around back up top. Bounce play. Loose ball scooped up. Friars push defensively to the back line. Good run across midfield from Fleming. Kelleher. George Howes as Kernan takes that one underneath. Scooped up. Will be settled here by Howes. And it goes long. Vermont ball. 7 and change left to go here in the first. From X. And a wraparound attempt for Vermont comes back up. Vermont again as they come back through the top. Good pass over top from X. Cross ball play. Shot score. And a 2-0 lead for the Catamounts. And this is what we see happen a lot of times in these triple play days. The side that just played a game doesn't have a lot left in the gas tank, and Providence College was in a battle royale against UMass. Had about 10-15 minutes of a break after playing 4 very hard quarters of lacrosse and coming out a little flat here in game 2. Nothing they can do about it sometimes. You just have what you have in the tank. That was the game that Providence wanted to pour it all out, throw the kitchen sink at the UMass Minutemen in a game that featured top 15 sides, and it was a goal with 16 seconds left. That was the difference for the UMass Minutemen to win that game 7-6, as that one was a backhanded attempt from Owen Reddington. Campanelli defensively for the Friars. Still overcast and windy. Luckily, have not seen nor felt any rain. Shot scores. It's a tap over on the cross pass in Vermont, 3-0.
Hit that and then change it to +4. No, the button on the side. It should be like right there. It should say AE level. Then change it to +4. You got? Yeah, okay. Huh? It says AE +4 on the screen now? Yeah. It's because it's getting so freaking dark and they're not turning the lights on, so I wanted to open the aperture a little bit. Because it makes it lighter on the screen. Yeah, it was getting really dark.
Providence on offense here, George Howes, as he works with that one. The cloud cover has gotten a little bit thicker. This is a front that's moving through. They do have lights on this recreation turf complex, but we have not seen them come on. So we're going to try to adjust our aperture settings and see if we can make it a little bit brighter for y'all to see at home, as the hard shot there is saved by Vermont and the penalty gets called. It's the number 83 for the Catamounts. And it's going to be a Providence College ball. Nicholas. Leader. Back for Leader once again. Leader from distance. And a save made. Dan Leader had that one. Leader. Mulholland for Leader. They came underneath for Cronin. That one's going to go long. Side of the final two here in the first. Mulholland. Leader. Leader thought about winding up from distance. Sends it underneath instead. Back for Leader again. You will see Dan Leader drop that shoulder and drop that stick head many times. If he's got an alley to shoot, he will. Takes that shot and a save made. Burton. They wanted an offsides call, not given. Now they're gonna call Providence College on the push. inside of the final minute of the first. Friars are going to look to break this one out. McElroy. And our thanks to Cooper Graham and the Vermont Catamount sideline for getting us a roster. Kelleher shot, save made, and it's the 23 of Sully Weston, and that's the end of the quarter. Through one, Catamounts on top, 3-0.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a
Here in the second quarter of play, Vermont Catamounts 3, Providence College Friars 0. As the Friars work with the 6-0 and Shelley. Hunter Wimble for Vermont, as we finally got a roster late in the first quarter from the Vermont sidelines. We thank them very much for that. Chased there by the 22 of Kyle Fitzgerald. It's going to be picked up for Vermont. This is the 41 of Ethan Rosie. As Rosie works that one. Back up top for the 20 of Tim Smith. 25 is Satchel Kaplan. As Kaplan drives inside. Shot. Bounces over top of Manoog. Vermont Paul. Long distance as that one may have gotten deflected by Biscardi. Smith Over top of Kaplan, the over and back's going to get called. The Providence College ball at midfield. $10 left to go here in the second. Wagner. Shelley. Friars cycle this one underneath. Jake Sherman. Long distance shot from Noah Rosa, and that one went right off the noggin of Weston. Friars, as Rosa restarts, comes back up top for Wagner. Long and wide. Friars ball, and they're going to say no. Defended hard. Good play by Aiden Knowlton. Knowlton starts this one for the Catamounts as they try to get that one forward for Wimble. Wimble is caught underneath 3 jerseys and procedure called on Wimble. Shot, score, and the Friars on the board finally. And it's a long distance attempt once again. Dan Leader.
I just looked at it. It looks good. Yeah. It looks a little bright in there. Probably because the LCD brightness is up, but it looks good on.
Colucci on the face-off win. Friars finally on the board, 3-1 Vermont. With a 6 of Owen Shelley. Chris Nicholas for Dan Leader once again. Nicholas. Switch. And almost putting one on the deck was Sherman. Sherman goes again, and a save made by Weston. Knowlton will start it out defensively here for the Catamounts. Sherman wanted a push on Knowlton, not called. Ben Kidder for the 22 of Kyle Fitzgerald as he sends that one underneath. Gabe Suarez. O'Hanlon. As O'Hanlon stutter steps in on Leader. O'Hanlon still contact to the head, flag flies. And a little bit of pushing and shoving after the play between Leader and O'Hanlon, and a second flag is blown. And they're going to have a conversation between the referees here. Let's see what we get. Leader is definitely getting called. And it's locked in. So push 30-second technical. Unsportsmanlike conduct. 1 minute locked in. And a minute 30 assessed.
One down. Both penalties were on the same person.
.44 is John Carroll as he starts this one for the Friars. Carroll got a player to die right before the line. Yard sale as the stick comes free. And a whistle. And a flag down. Offside is the call on Vermont. A 30-second technical on the Catamounts. So it's going to balance this one for 30 seconds. As we approach towards 2 left to go here in this first half. Friars finally got on the board here in the second quarter. Vermont scored 3 in the first, and it's 3-1. Mulholland as he works along the side with Sherman. Back from Mulholland. Cross for Kernan. Sherman. Almost yard sale as that one came very loose. Penalties are free. And scooped back up. Carried the other way by Ethan Rosie. Wrapped around underneath. Catamounts will try to set this one up. 1.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Fitzgerald. All the way up top, O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon. Suarez. Suarez against Fleming. Sent that one into traffic. Scooped up by the Friars and carried the other way loose here. For Sherman. Sherman making players slide. Inside of the final minute. Can the Friars put an exclamation point to this half and get it to 3-2? Wagner. Rosa. Up over top and hit as he was coming down was Sherman. And Sherman is in a spot of bother as they are going to get the goal from Wagner. And Sherman is still down, and that's going to be the half. They're just going to call the half as Sherman is up and walking away on his own power. Providence gets an exclamation point right before the end of the quarter. 3-2 after 2.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball. Third quarter about to get underway. As the Vermont Catamounts and a barn burner here. 3-2 flags are going to fly as right off of the face-off. A push called on the Friars. Is it going to be cross-checking? No, it's going to be a 30-second technical for a push from behind. One more game left to come in this triple header as this Vermont Catamounts side takes on the University of Massachusetts Minutemen. Have that game for you about 15-20 minutes following the conclusion of this one. Will not be 3 p.m. as there's a shot and a score from Ben Kidder. And 4-2 to Vermont. I guess since it's Vermont, you could call that cheddar. Back to center. Scramble play won by the Friars. Colucci picks this one up. Colucci got a pick from Kernan. Colucci takes a shot. Gets knocked down from behind. Save made by Weston. Long distance throw from Weston. Got that one all the way to midfield for Wheaton. Wheaton sends that one down, and it bounces off the edge of his teammate. Stick out of bounds. Friars ball. Mulholland. Kernan. Back for Mulholland. Kernan again. Missed the handle on it. We'll pick that one up on the backside, so he starts from X. Had Owen Shelley with him. Mulholland. Trying to get a lifted shot, yard sale. And they're going to call procedure. Long clearance attempt. Scooped by Cole. Sean Cole settles for the Catamounts. Cole. O'Hanlon. Check that. It's the 99 of Kidder. O'Hanlon cuts on in the middle. Gonna wrap that around with Cole on the outside. Back up top against Suarez as he works with Kidder. Fitzgerald. O'Hanlon. Looking for the wraparound play. Dumps that one. And a kick save made by Sean Lally. Providence has rotated goaltenders through the day. There's Sean Lally, the fourth goaltender we've seen for the Friars this afternoon. Cronin. As the Friars will settle this one up top. 24 of Noah Rosa. Trying to go for the dunk as he flew across. Let's do that. Quick 1-2 from Cole. That one kicks past Lally. Will be Vermont ball. Fitzgerald with 7 left to go here in the third. Meadows. And Providence ball. Biscardi. Cronin. Wrapped back around for Owen Shelley once again. As the Friars settle. Matt Callagher. Shelley from X trying to get a pick on Shelley. Can't get a wraparound. Comes back up top for Callagher. Cut that one across. Good down check there from the 47 of Knowlton. As they continue to battle for it, ball's going to come out of the line. Zadrowski will pick this one up. Quinn got in a battle royale there with Adam Knowlton. Save made by Weston. Wemble stepped on it, kicked past Coffey, gets picked up by Cole. 5 and change left here in the third. Just 1 goal on the board in this quarter came from the Catamounts to make it a 4-2 lead after they led 3-2 at the half. Jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Providence punched 2 onto the board, including 1 right before the halftime break as Lally tried to chase that one to the line. Sean Cole. Meadows. Sam Meadows sends that one up for Kaplan. Kaplan, little stutter step, has to pull back. They look to drop underneath. Kaplan again. X for the wraparound. Getting knocked down was Cole. They come back up for Meadows. Tried to spin one and that hit traffic. Comes all the way back out for Kaplan. 4 left to go in the corner over top of Cole. Will send the ball the Friars' way. Lally. Lally is running this one up. Lally's got to be careful here as that one is going to get taken. Hagen Wagner. Cronin. Interception. And Vermont ball for Abui and ball pops free. And touched by Vermont on the opposite side, Kyle Fitzgerald. And a push called by the referees as Fitzgerald is trying to battle for that one, and Wagner will set it up here for the Friars. Wagner, that went in. It hit the hole on the side of the net, but the referees say yes, it was in. Hagen Wagner has a goal, and it's 4-3.
Oh no, it was no question it went in. There's a hole on the right side of the net.
I know, but like I can see that.
Oh yeah.
You can hear that. You can hear like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a beautiful shot.
So Hagen Wagner puts us at 4-3. 2 minutes left to go here in the third. Battle on faceoff picked up by Spencer Hart. Gets that one over for Ted Peckett. And the Catamounts will settle. Opportunity for a last shot here in the quarter. Fitzgerald and a kick save. Procedure called, and it's going to be Friars ball. Carroll. Lost ball at midfield. Comes free to be picked up by Owen Vehi. Vehi as he drops that one off for Cronin. Owen Shelley and the Friars will set. We approach last minute to go here in the third. Friars looked out of it in the first quarter, have come back in the second and third. Can they climb all the way back? For Downs from Reddington. Downs pushed off of the play. Got that one for Nicholas. Nicholas. Chris Nicholas hit the post. Oh, and Shelley will go to the back line to get it. They call it delay of game. Final 20 seconds to go here in the quarter. Nicholas. Downs. Nicholas. Downs, and they'll hold it, and a timeout called. Timeout on the field. We'll be back. 4-3.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score!
Cornell down the
Providence College looking to see if they can pull all the way back 4-3 as the Friars start here in the fourth. Shot score, there it is! A long distance goal once again. And a little dance there, as this time it was the 10 of Jake Sherman. Sherman's been hunting all day long. So here we go, 4-all. I'm going to say the goal is good. Obviously, there's going to be added time at the end of this quarter. The referees are controlling the official clock from the field. We're going to just continue to have ours run because we don't know exactly what the time is or if they have stopped the clock. They said it was going to be running clocks through the quarters. So just be advised to those of you watching at home, there will be possibly some time later on in this quarter after the clock hits zeros, as that gets picked up there by the 22 of Teddy Lucier. For Owen Shelley, for all Providence, has scored to claw this one back in. Leader. Wrap around, and that one goes wide. Zadrowski has the position. We'll pick this one up for the Friars. Game 3 to come, probably about 15, 20 minutes following the conclusion of this one, as Vermont will take on the UMass Minutemen, as that one is kicked away, can be scooped up by Carter Coatsworth. Carried up the far side from Rosie, and Rosie just got run into by Cronin. Loose ball. Cronin could check across as they flick that one forward for Rosie. Rosie can't get to it. Finally scooped up by Wimble. He gets checked And now a whistle and a stoppage of play. And Friars are going to get caught. So Hunter Wimble with the restart stays in bounds. Scoots long. Friars ball. Fleming. Fleming through traffic. Bishop. First time we've called Justin Bishop's name today. Zdrowski underneath as he works alongside of the 6-0 and Shelley. Near side to our camera position. Far side. Cronin. Okay, Wagner up top. Wagner! For 5-4. And Hagen Wagner through a game in 3 quarters has had himself a day for the Friars and have kept them in the conversation in game 1 against UMass and have put them in the lead here in game 2 against Vermont. Well, Drew back in the circle. Kick, Friars ball. Carroll will pick this one up and start for the Friars. Cronin. Downs. Downs tries to rake that one, gets the pickup. Defense there from Coatsworth as the ball pops free back to the line. And they're going to call over back. And it's going to be a Catamounts ball. Ben Kidder will start. And timeout called by Vermont. 5-4 Providence in the 4th. You're watching NCLL Game of the Week on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
5 and change left to go here in the 4th. Providence College on the Hagen Wagner goal has gone on top 5-4 over Vermont. After Vermont put a 3 spot to open the proceedings, has only scored 1 goal since. O'Hanlon. Kidder. Looking for the wraparound save made by Lally. Lally will take a run with this one. Well, Holland was calling for it. They didn't get all the way across to him. Cronin takes us in as they start behind Zadrowski as they roops that one around for Shelley. Mulholland. Jake Sherman. Shot save made. Good save there from Weston on the rip shot from Mulholland. Jake Sherman has a bit of Providence College men's club lacrosse history. One of the very first Providence College club games ever to be broadcast on Fans Only Sports Network. Jake Sherman scored an overtime winner as a freshman for this PC side. Not a long moment ago, but still a moment ago that we can call it history. Whose ball picked up by Knowlton. Knowlton, long stick off of the noggin of Lally. Aiden Knowlton just beanballed Sean Lally. One minute locked in penalty on Providence College. Can't see who the number is. Kidder. On the deck, good shot as Lally tries to dive for that one. As that one inside the 19 of O'Hanlon. Suarez. O'Hanlon. Suarez. Suarez scores! And this game's level at 5. And we'll let the officials take this one to the finish line.
I think like 2 minutes left. I'm not sure because there was like. That's why I reset the clock. I'm just gonna let the officials call it because. Yeah.
So inside of probably about 2 minutes left to play here in regulation time as we sit at 5-5 after the Suarez goal. Official time to today's games is from the field. And the referees have signaled 1 minute. Long distance shot and Lally makes a save there. O'Hanlon had a rip, and that went off of his chest protector. Loose ball is going to be scooped up by Cronin. Can Providence get their offense on the field and set? Shelley and timeout. 5-5. We'll be back after a quick break. You're watching NCLL Game of the Week on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
5-5 as Providence College called timeout with seconds left to go here officially in the fourth quarter. Friars had held the Catamounts to just one goal through this half until Gabe Suarez found Twine and got the second goal of the half. This game was 3-2 Vermont at the half. And the seesaw battle has occurred. Sean Lally in net for the Providence College Friars. In the past minute alone has taken one off the noggin right in the dead center of his cage and one right off the center of his chest protector. See how he feels after the conclusion of this one. Friars looking to get a split on the day if they can. Dropped the game to UMass on the start of this afternoon, looking to see if they can pick up a win here. Condon works that one on the inside for Wagner. Shelley underneath. Comes back up top for Mulholland. Quick around again, Condon. Looking for an alleyway, can't find it, got shoved out of the way by Ethan Rosie. Condon's going to come back to the loose ball. For Wagner. Wagner tried to pull the trigger, loose ball, horn sounds. Five after 4. And the two teams have collected themselves at midfield. Conversation from one of the Providence captains. Overtime to come. First score wins. It's been seesaw here in the third and fourth. Will Drew to the face-off circle for the Friars. We're going to just let the clock be. The referees will tell us when this is done. Holding called on Drew, Catamounts ball. Hunter Wimble will start. Catamounts make some switches to get their offense set. Kidder. O'Hanlon back for Kidder.
I don't know what the clock is, but it is golden goal.
Suarez. Saved me by Lally. Lally is going to run this one through the lane to midfield. Lally, loose ball. It's going to come all the way back. It'll be scooped by Weston. O'Hanlon. And the Rosie loose ball. Fleming almost had Rosie. Rosie gets this one back up. Fleming gets him again from behind, picks it up again. Third time, and the ball's still free, and they're going to say Friars ball. What a job by Fleming. As he now stutter steps O'Hanlon. Or check that. The 15. And now they're going to get this on. Fleming is going to get shoved right at the line. Loose ball picked up by Cooper Graham. Graham gets checked. Ball pops up free. Picked by Wimble. Wimble will move this one around. Vermont resets. Ethan Wimble. Sorry, Hunter Wimble. As he wraps that one around. They're looking for the 24 of Ethan Rosie. He's been the player to watch in this overtime period. It's picked up here instead by the 27 of Fleming, has been the player to watch for the PC side. Owen Shelley. Zadrowski. Timeout called by the Friars. 5-5 in overtime. We'll be back.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
Back here on the recreation turf fields in the shadows of the Mullins Center on the Panzoli Sports Network NCLL Game of the Week. Part 2, since we were at Bryant University on Friday for the game between Bryant and Brown in Division 2. So I guess we could call this the Division 1 Game of the Week. That was the Division 2 Game of the Week. About an hour and a half drive to get here on campus. Overtime continues as the Friars possession here for Chris Nicholas. Nicholas, and that one off of the knock-in of Weston. Oh my goodness, the goalies on both sides are taking hard shots. Referees are looking at their watch. Seconds probably left in this overtime period. No, Rosa trying to look for the inside cut. Rosa nowhere to go. Comes all the way back up top. Mulholland has it. Mulholland spins. Nowhere for him to go. Chris Nicholas. Down at X for Shelley. 30 seconds. Back up top. Hard shot. Save made right off of the chest protector. As Sherman had a rifle. Long distance throw, bouncing ball can be scooped up, and Vermont's going to have quick seconds to work with. Kidder. Timeout called, or is that it? That is the end. Or no, they're putting the ball down on the edge, so timeout called. So it's inside of 30 seconds left to go. Vermont's going to have the ball. We'll be back.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
Wraparound play here as Suarez will run out of time. That will take us to the end of the first overtime period, as the two teams will get a timeout. 5-all.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected.
To the second overtime period. Yard sale as Gregory's stick went fully flying. Somebody's walking this one off as Shelley sets it from Mulholland. Came back underneath Barossa. Nicholas. Spin off of the post. You can hear the clink on the shot from Noah Rosa. Scooped up by Graham. Long distance ball. Tapped for Fitzgerald. Scooped up by Nicholas for the Friars. Nicholas for Sherman. Kick save from Weston on Jake Sherman, trying to look for another OT winner. Ben Kidder for Vermont. Kidder's going to go coast. Shot saved by Lally. Peck back up. Score from Kyle Fitzgerald. Vermont wins 6-5, and the Friars have been swept on the day. Kyle Fitzgerald, the overtime chicken dinner winner, and the Dirty Cats can get some dirty water later tonight as they will walk out of here with a 6-5 victory. They've got to somehow refresh themselves. They got a game against the UMass Minutemen to come up. About 15-20 minutes of time. Game 3 on the day, but Vermont a thriller in Game 2, 6-5 in double overtime. You're watching NCLL Game of the Week on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
shot! Off the post, score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone.
On the heels of a 6-5 double overtime victory, we welcome you back to UMass one more time as the UMass Minutemen take on the Vermont Catamounts. Game 3 of our triple header here on Fans Only Sports Network on the NCLL Game of the Week. Does Vermont have anything left in the tank? UMass was in a battle royale barn burner against the Providence College Friars earlier today. And we are down and underway here in this first quarter. Will be scooped up by UMass and 12 of Vanas. 14 is Jonah Orath. He's in net for the Minutemen as that one dings right off of the post on this shot from Eustace. Cadiero. Underneath as they cut that one, Eustace from X. 38 is Kyle Palmieri trying to get a couple of defensive hits in on Eustace. His shot bounced in front in traffic. And they're going to say Vermont ball in the crease was UMass. Bouncing away from Hunter Wimble. He gets to it before the three of Shane Fries approached on him. And the Catamounts will set. .25 is Satchel Kaplan. Kaplan underneath for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald had the double overtime game winner as the Catamounts knocked down number 11 Providence College Friars, and the Friars had 2 losses on the day, and Vermont is on the board first as that one is put on the deck and through the wickets from the 20 of Tim Smith. UMass to start. Nas. Brandt. Wanted the call to go to X, go to Mikey Burke up top instead. Brian Abley. Burke. Mikey Burke scores. 1-all, honors even. Looks like we're potentially in for another good one. Back to center for Cadiero against the 4 of Spencer Hart. Battled for and won as it's moved along by the 13 of Aiden Smith. Vermont ball. Pushed along by Tej Burke. Tej got that one across, and they tried to clear it out, looking there for the 38 of Palmieri. Pushed to the deck, picked up by DeMella, Max DeMella. Will take this one all the way in and trying to go for the 1-2 as he was looking for Eustace, and that one scoots past him. Kaplan will pick it up to start for the Catamounts. Little dip of the shoulder and a move around from Kaplan. Comes back for Smith. Smith has the first goal. Smith sets for Kaplan. Sent down to X and they come around near side to our camera position. Tim Smith. Kaplan. Kaplan goes toe-to-toe against Jeff Yellen side, and that one bounces right back out after it hits some UMass traffic. Right before the line at midfield, and it's picked up by Sam Meadows. Meadows, little hitch step in. Meadows from distance, and that one bounces up right in front of Orath. 6 and change left to go here in the first quarter. These two sides have put up 1 goal apiece for 1-1. Lost stick from Tage Burke. Max Spradlin for Smith. Cole. Not a shot clock violation. Though we just heard a buzzer go off. 9 of 10 Peckett. As Peckett gets that one across for Cole. Cole spins. Sent one through, and a shot from Fitzgerald. Save made by Orath. Orath, long distance, clear, intercepted by Palmieri. As he hits the turf, and it'll be swiped at. For UMass to start this one off, Chris Northrup. For Drew Daly, right in front of us is Vassiliadis. DeMella. Mentioned this back in game 1. Max DeMella, celebrating a birthday today, scored in game 1 on the day, so it's already been a happy birthday for him. Shot and a score from the 15 of Mikey Burke, his second of the game, second of the quarter, and 2-1 for UMass. Four and change left to go here in this first. Big high school game coming up tomorrow on Fans Only Sports Network, 3:30 p.m. from Providence, Rhode Island, as the LaSalle Academy Rams take on nationally ranked IMG Academy Ascenders. A game with Division I eyes in the NCAA all over it. You'll be able to catch that action right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Brandt. As Brandt tries to cut in. Letzter. Letzter had the game winner with 16 seconds left against Providence College in game 1, as PC dropped both of their games on the day. UMass trying to see if they can get 2 wins on the day as well. As Whitcomb, getting battled all over the place, can only drop that one to the side. Northrop will start this out for UMass in the final 2.5 to go here in the first. Spradlin. Good defense from Daly. This ball for Wheaton. Wheaton will settle this one. Inside of 2. Down in the corner. Yeah, starting to get a few little sprinkles. Finally, as we've had clouds all day long. Hard shot, score! Pat O'Hanlon rips rope across, and Vermont levels this one at 2. Let's see what we're. Well. No, I know. We'll see. "25 seconds left on the shot, on the clock, on the shot clock, on the game clock. Well, whatever you want to call it. O'Hanlon for the Catamounts. This is going to take us to the end of the quarter. Wide will be UMass ball, and they'll call the quarter. Two after 1. We're fine. Back here for quarter number 2. And a little bit of rain has fallen down on this recreation field surface. And apologies for our scoreboard as we work through a little bit of a technical difficulty. Hard shot there. The 19 of O'Hanlon. Inside of the second quarter of play. Loose ball. As Piacenti trying to scoop that one up for UMass. It gets scooped up instead by Orth. There we go. Technical difficulty resolved. And our scoreboard might be a little behind the actual game clock, so we'll make sure we can get that one adjusted from the point of view of the officials. Trying to put one on the deck there is Henry Eustace. We are prone to the pitfalls of the elements. Hard shot from Max DeMella. That one goes wide. Eustace will pick this one up in the corner and start for UMass. I mean, here the UMass bench getting a little taunted perhaps by the Vermont bench as that's a long shot from Patrick Hayes wide. The Vermont bench just yelling nopes. A tight 2-2 game. Carriero. Try to dunk that one. Save made. Long distance clear over top of the heads of multiple players, and down on the turf is the 7 of Matteo Picenti. And he is really hurt. Timeout on the field. 2-2. Piacenti carried off the field by his teammates. And we attended to on the sideline. We're back underway here in the second. Mikey Burke. Max DeMella. Back for Burke. Brian Abley. Burke has both UMass goals in this game. Burke looks to cut inside, got a cutter across from Yell. Score! And a hat trick for Mikey Burke. And 3-2 UMass. And the UMass parents enjoying (3-2) for UMass. Spencer Hart still fighting for it, picked back up by Vasilidis. Patrick Hayes. Bonway. Save made by the Catamounts. Whitcomb trying to clear this one quickly for Cole. Whip fired underneath, shot, score. And this game's level at 3. Every single game today has been a good one. Catamounts got a double overtime victory over number 11 Providence College. That's going to shake up the D1 rankings come Monday. There's still a lot to be determined in this game as it gets picked up by Max DeMella here for UMass. UMass came in as the 7th seed, or the 7th ranked team. Excuse us for that one. Our mind is on playoffs already. They took care of business against Providence College, who after 2 losses, there's a shot and a score from Ollie Lister. 4-3 for UMass. Lister had the game winner against Providence College. Scooped up on the face-off win by Manas. Now it's off to the races. Spencer Hart tried to stop there for Vermont. Underneath for DeMella. They come back up top for Hayes. Shane Fries. Ronan Fahey. As DeMella works that one from X. DeMella. Hard shot from Hayes. Right to the backside fence. Fahey starts this one out in the final 4.5 to go here in the first half. Shane Fries. Fries got that one dispossessed. Trying to go a little bit of a tussle and a battle royale going on between the 19 of Cadiero and I believe that was the try to see if we can check that one. Was that the 47? Of Aiden Knowlton. Knowlton sends this one across for Ted Peckett.
Take the ball away from him.
Peckett holds. Tanner Seelig for UMass. Peckett. Flag flies. Back from Meadows. Underneath to Sean Cole. Pick play, wrap around. Cole gets bumped there by the 24 of Vassilitis. Kaplan. Ball pops free, and we're going to get a penalty called. I think UMass just got called for offside. And a 30-second technical. And it's on the 24 of EJ Vassilitis. 2 left to go here in the half. Got an arrow. Check that, the 19 of O'Hanlon. Kidder. O'Hanlon! And Vermont will get the exclamation point to tie this one at 4. Can someone punch one right before the end of the half? False start on Vermont. It will be UMass ball for Abley. Fay. Demella. Mikey Burke, and that one is saved. Gelman, just wide. And that will, for all intent and purpose, bring us to the half. We've reached halftime, 4-4. You're watching the NCLL Game of the Week on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no.
As we move right along into quarter number 3-4-4 between the Vermont Catamounts and the University of Massachusetts Minutemen. Conclusion of NCLL Game of the Week. Final 24 minutes of play. This has been a loose ball since the faceoff, and it's still being swept around. Wemble. will finally have control. So Hunter Wimble gets control for the Dirty Cats, and they will set up offensively to start the third. Loose ball off of the sideline for UMass. Brent. DeMella. Mikey Burke. Burke has a hat trick in this game. Burke pops that one up over top of his teammate. And the deflection not called. It will be Vermont ball to start from the 41 of Ethan Rosie. Rosie right down in front of his bench. Evades a few UMass players. We'll get that one into the offensive zone. Errant pass. UMass ball for Colin Kearney. Oreth for Bonnery. Brandt. Vasilides thinking about it from distance for a second. Sends that one to Brandt as he'll wrap it underneath at X for DeMella. Bounces across for Vasilides. Vasilides top corner. That one goes wide. Nine change left to go here in the third. And while the clouds have sat over top of us all day, very, very little rain has been felt. Just a few little drizzles here and there. Eustace. Eustace getting all sorts of bothers from Aiden Knowlton. Tyler Small up top as he works with the 24 of Vasilides. Hard shot from Bonway. DeMella. On the deck from Brandt, and the save made. Long distance clear, looking to get that one onto the stick of Whitcomb. Whitcomb picks it up. Whitcomb checked from behind, lost the ball and his stick. Minutemen pick it back up. Carried by Northrop across the midline as they'll drop and set the offense with Ollie Litster. Loose ball in front as trying to shoot was Eustace and lost the handle on it, and a bit of confusion the backside of the Massachusetts defense. Save made by Oreth on the attempt inside from Fitzgerald. Oreth will walk this one out. Continues to walk. Sends one for Northrop. Northrop. Brandt. Back once again for DeMella. Looped up top for the three of Shane Fries. Litster. Ball popped free for Eustace. Eustace. DeMella. Fries as they cycle that one around underneath. And there's Brandt. Coming back up top. DeMello once again. UMass taking their time here. A 4-4 game as we work through this third quarter of action. Shot score from Max DeMello. 5-4 and another tally on the day for the birthday. Timeout called. And DeMello gets another one for 5-4.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
6 and change left to go here. I apologize as we work through some technical audio difficulties. For the 23 of Henry Eustace. And 6-4 for UMass. .420 left to go here in the third. Scooped up. For Vermont, and they're going to get the call. Push out of bounds by UMass, and the 22 of Kyle Fitzgerald will start this one. Suarez. O'Hanlon. Pat O'Hanlon cycles across. Ben Kidder. As that one drops off to the side. Chris Northrup for the Ada Max DeMella.
Sounds fine. I just listened to it on my phone.
My dad texted me.
Yeah, I think it's his phone.
He said they could game us.
There is no game. The game's on 0.
Brandt. Down underneath for Eustace. Carried back around on top for Vasilidis. Shot long distance and a goal from Henry Eustace. And it's 7-4, and UMass has stretched out to the largest lead that they've had in any game today. As we streak our way through the third. And the most amount of drizzle that we've had all day starts to come down. That one is going to go outside of the backside line. We've got to get through one more quarter of play here from UMass. For the 20 of Tim Smith as he cycles that one across for Sam Meadows. They are looking at their watches, which means we're going to probably get a whistle here for the end of the third quarter pretty soon. Dumping one on the deck was Ted Peckett, and that one went just wide. It's picked up by Drew Daly. Daly for Orath. Back for Daly once again as they clear this one. Orath. Daly, they're just playing pitch and catch in the backfield. They're going to have to get this one across. They do as they get it for Chris Northrup. Northrup from defense to an LSM side, and the whistle for the end of the third will sound. UMass has put a touch on this one. It's 7-4 after 3.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone!
Back for the fourth quarter of action, final quarter of action here. And 7-4. And this is, unfortunately, the most rain that we've seen today, and we'll do what we need to do. As we work through this final 12 minutes of play. Shot from the 22 of Brian Abley with a save made. Streaking through is Suarez for the 9 of Peckett. Peckett gets that one underneath. And Vermont cycles around. O'Hanlon. Ben Kidder. Trying to go inside, and UMass defense pushes them right back out. Suarez. Long shot, save made, kicked aside by Oreth. Comes all the way back, and Kidder is going to pick this one up. Loose ball will flick all the way to the back line. And Catamount still. Shot long. They'll say it'll stay with Vermont, and Peckett will get it from the corner. Suarez. Underneath from X. On the deck and throwing his stick was Kidder. Kidder bounced up over top. That one's going to go long. Sliding across the turf. Our Vermont players as they scatter for these balls late in the game, trying to peel back in. Peckett comes back up top for O'Hanlon. Kidder bounced up over top. Suarez will chase it. Still Vermont ball. 8.5 left to go. Here, shot, score! Suarez! $7-5. And Gabe Suarez has had a couple of highlight reel goals in this game. Highlights already up from action earlier in the day. More highlights to come. Check us out on Instagram at FOSPORTZ, and also check out our behind-the-scenes hockey and lacrosse account at ri.hockeylax. A winner chicken dinner. Double overtime goal in game number 2 gave Vermont a win over Providence College. Bounce shot from Kidder. Save made by Oreth as he clears this one forward for the 22 of Brian Abley. 7 left to play. Fries, loose ball, picked back up by Fries. Still a battle there as Walker Root gets in the way of that one. And he'll get the win defensively for Aiden Knowlton. Long play for Peckett. Peckett right through the middle. Peckett shot saved by Oreth as he has to dive for it right in front of a fast approaching Pat O'Hanlon. Carney. Good outlet pass there for Yell. Rowan Fay in the shot and the save made. Peckett for the Catamounts. Cats trail by 2 late here in the 4th. O'Hanlon, long, stays. Vermont ball. Vermont looking for a wraparound, nowhere to go there. Comes all the way back up top. They'll settle this one. Meadows. Smith. Tim Smith tried to send that one inside. Defensive play from Northrup. Chris Northrup off to the races. Northrup got hit hard by Smith. Fahey comes in to try to pick that one up for the Minutemen. Ball still down, and it's a scramble that's finally picked up. And a long distance clearance attempt does not work for Vermont. Vasilidis. Timeout called. 5 left to go here in the 4th. 7-5 UMass.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Justin fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Justin fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
7-5 Vermont trailing UMass. We play with 5 left to go here in the 4th.
Yeah. Tell people that.
As the sun is trying to break the clouds, we've had pretty much about three or four different climates throughout the course of the day.
I hope my daughter goes.
Providence ball to start. Patrick Hayes. I'm sorry, UMass ball to start.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's been a long day. 3 good games for NCLL Game of the Week here from UMass. Shane Fries hits the post, and that one will pop all the way back out. Wemble. Cross midfield. Got him out, trying to go quick shot right off the edge. Peckett. Kaplan. Cross for Smith. back for Peckett once again.
No. He's a remote IT guy.
Catamounts cut this one underneath on the wraparound. Sean Cole. Smith on the inside. Shot. Traffic in front of Smith. Ball came free. Aiden Smith for UMass. Drew Daly. Tyler Small. Ball down. Still a loose ball. Kicked back to the midfield line, and it's scooped up and carried across the line by Sam Whitcomb. Ted Peckett will settle this one. Inside of 3 left to play here in the 4th. Kaplan, saved by Orith. And a good clear and off to the races goes Brian Abley. Abley inside for Fahey. Tyler Small will settle this one. Rolls it across the field for Eustis. UMass is trying to walk this one out. Eustis. Fahey, shot score! 8-5, and that should, for all intent and purpose, do it. A 3-goal lead for the Minutemen. Say a minute 32 left on the clock. It's the official designation from the referees. Both players on the faceoff get twisted up with their sticks. Picked up here by Whitcomb. Timeout called by Vermont. We'll take one more timeout, then we'll take you to the end. 1:15 left. 8-5.
Game on mouthguards. Game on mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
$1:15 left to go here in regulation. UMass leading 8-5 over Vermont. UMass beat Providence College. Vermont beat Providence College. UMass trying to beat Vermont and win the day. A lot of conversations to be had tomorrow surrounding the national rankings. Providence came in 11th on the rankings. They've gotten beat twice today. One by a higher ranked side in UMass, one by a lower ranked side in Vermont. As that one's going to roll right towards the line. And just shy of it as it's stopped by Orith. The 21 of Daly. Daly carries this one across inside of the last minute to play. Loose from Fahey. Will curl all the way back and it's scooped up by Vasilidis. Interception from Knowlton. For Kidder. Kidder 1-2, and a bounce pass play goes long. Shot, score! Long distance from Sean Cole. 8-6. It would take something crazy to get 2 goals in the last 20 seconds. For all intent and purpose, this face-off draw and then the ensuing play should probably see us to the end. Kicked ball will roll it all the way across. UMass is going to pick this one up. Fahey will scoot that one right before the line. No. But Spradlin's going to get this in about 5 seconds on the clock. One final shot attempt. High and wide, and that'll do it. UMass is going to pick up 2 wins on the day. They get a win over Providence College. They get a win over Vermont. 8-6 is your final, and that does it for us here from the UMass Recreation Turf Field. Thanks so much for tuning in today. For all of us on the entire staff of Fans-Only Sports Network, we'll see you soon. This has been the NCLL Game of the Week on Fans-Only Sports Network.